Hey, hello everyone, Kikes here, and welcome to the super jumping guide. In this video we're going to go over all the useful super jumps in the game right now, going over some specific locations that will help your team get around much faster and much more efficiently and help you in getting some sick rotations off. So, the first map we're going to do is Siren Stand, but maybe I should start by explaining some of the basics of super jumps. So there are currently two super jumping fields in the game, which is Uncle Sven's, it's Uncle Sven's bouncy flask. I'm not sure what the name of it is again. What's the name? Elastic Ooze, there we go. So it's Elastic Ooze, and it will give you and everyone on it the ability to super jump, which gets you very high up in the air. You can use the basic rules of momentum for Gigantic to go really far. By sprint jumping into a super jump. And this is kind of the basics of how these super jumps work in the game. So we're going to start with a couple of the obvious ones. So the first one is here. Most of the time on this point there will be a Cyclops. So this wall, this area right here will be blocked off. So you can use this one to just jump over here, get to the creature, get to like the pre-Clash Guardian area. So that one is a pretty good one. Very similar is over here. Is this cliff. You can approach this pretty much two ways. You can bop it right under and like jump up. The other one is to put it right besides this cliff and kind of get almost the maximum amount of distance out of the jump. This location can also be used to get into pre-Clash D, like this. So it's also really useful. Then the other one is if you're coming from middle areas, put like a super jump over here so you can get into D. Whoops, a little bit more forward so you don't get popped into the collision there. So you can drop into D with your entire team, which is very useful. Of course, if the enemy is like camping up here with 2 or 3 people and a creature, you can like drop ship your entire team in and like go attack them from there. Then I have a couple of super jumps ready for getting away from wounding the enemy guardian. The first one is on the forward guardian position when the guardian is on the B point around here. So the guardian will be here, and you will be like shooting here and trying to get away after you get the wound, or not actually. And you want to place the super jump like right beside that rock and get up to this area, which will let you retreat, which is very useful as well, just to get over these like nasty jumps, which can kind of screw you over sometimes if you get crippled, or if you get slowed or something, you misjudge your momentum and you kind of just drop down here, which is very awkward. So getting a super jump like right over here will just let you jump over in one go. The other one for getting away from pre-Clash wounds is right over this cliff, which is of course, that super jump is also pretty useful. I think you could place like over here to get like almost a maximum jump. Yeah, somehow you can place like over there. But when you're wounding like over here, which is like probably usually the second wound, like the first pre-Clash wound, you can place super jump up on here and jump all the way over, so people have to chase you pretty far to get to you, which is very useful as well. So yeah, all this can be done with Voden as well as Sven, so just so you know. Let's see, like another one is just is over here when that area Cyclops, so you can just get up on here and kill this creature. And now going into the Clash arena, there are a couple of very useful jumps. The first one is pretty obvious. It's up on this rock for wounding. The reverse one is you can place a super jump over there and kind of get to this rock, which will let you run away from here. You can also place a super jump in between these rocks, get up on the rock, or get even over. So if you like stop your movement a little bit, you can If you see there's a lot of people there, you can kind of hold in your movement, kind of land on the rock, or you can just decide to jump over, which is very useful. Another one, if you use this the other way around, you can just jump up on the D area. You have to be careful though if this is summoned by the enemy, that you don't die to the creature. This jump can be hard to make for some characters, especially with jumping penalties, so getting like a super jump over here, that one's pretty awkward, but getting like one over here is pretty good. So you can go catch A. Of course you can place one over here to get on the rock, go for C or go for the wound when you come from A. Let's see, there's another one that I find useful, which is about over here, so you can run into E when people are charging into there, or like quickly rotate over. And if you want to get into the E area, can you make that? Maybe you can. Yeah, you can make that. Nice, you can do that as well. That's also a pretty useful jump that I just found out because I tried it for the first time. Nice, good shit. But yeah, the horizontal momentum is pretty good, pretty big at the moment in the game, so make use of that. So generally, every one of these jumps can be mirrored, of course. I like this jump as well, just to get you over to this cliff from the top. If you are a ranged character and you stood on like the rock to attack a wound, ask your Voden or Sven just to jump over here and get your safety to your Bloom or to your Cerberus or something. So yeah, that's going to be Siren Strand. I think if I miss any jumps, it's possible. It's possible, of course. So if you think I missed one, just let me know and I'll go over it and maybe talk about it. But of course, there's tons of jumps you can do with this. Even with just a base theory, you can just run around and experiment. So that one's going to be pretty good as well. But there are tons of jumps that are less useful and more situational, but you can just use the basic theory and basic like showing here that I did to increase your knowledge of that, of the map and of the game. So yeah, let's go over to the next map. Alright guys, welcome to Sanctum Falls. So the first one I'm going to show you is also the most fun one, I guess, which is this one. This one is really useful for getting in and out of the second wound area, which is very hard to reach on this map because it's kind of an older map. So you can also do this the other way around, like this. So you can just get over to the wound, which would be like over here, kill it quickly, maybe get out the same way if you super jump up again. But yeah, so that one is very good for getting to the second wound, which is incredibly hard to reach. Also think this is a very underused spot that a lot of people can get over with. I believe you also can get over with pretty much any character by just jumping up. But I'm not really sure about that. Maybe I have to sprint jump here. I don't want to kill myself. I'm not sure, but I think I've done this. I've done this before. So should probably look into that. Maybe you can just, but you can just super jump over as I showed. So. Alright, so I figured out you can use it on the other side. So on the divider side, it does, this jump does work. Oh, whoops. If I don't dodge off of it. She kind of can jump over here. So every character can do that. Just to let you know. No big deal. So second one is pretty much anywhere up here. That's useful. Also up there on the other side, just to get on this this higher area instead of having to walk around up on the stairs. Useful shortcuts. This one is very useful for getting into the pre-clash wound, or like the first wound area, which would be over there. So you can just get in, take the wound, and run away. So yeah, I picked Voden to show that Voden can do the same stuff as well. This one is pretty obvious one. Usually from this side, get into secret for either wound basically. It's a very good one. Just use one to get up to sniper deck. do here. I've tried to get over this from here and here. You see, I took Easy Strider, which is like the 10% faster movement speed, and you can barely, you almost make it with like the 10% movement speed. So I think like you're pretty close. I almost hit the thing there. So I think you could probably make that if you get a speed boost from somewhere else, like from like a rampage. You can probably get over there with a super jump. So that might be worth trying out. Another one that's pretty useful is from like the top of the stairs over to here, allowing you to bypass this whole mess of collision, which can probably mess you up sometimes. Probably, I think that was about it for pre-Clash. Like Clash has a couple more. Yeah, I think so. Let's see if I didn't miss anything. So maybe another one over here. Like, of course. There's only the stairs there, but like shortcutting this with the super jump is very useful to get into here. But yeah, that's pretty basic, and you can probably figure that out by yourself. These are pretty obvious ones you can use them for. But yeah, let's get into Clash, because there are a couple. Let's get behind the enemy guardian. Hello, Gren. So yeah, the first one I want to show is kind of getting some people up to the ruins point, which you can do from over here. You can also do that from up here. Oh, whoops. Also do that from up here. So I wanted to show you one other technique. It's kind of when you feel like you're going to overshoot, you can dodge backwards or like dodge any other direction to cancel your momentum, so you can stay on somewhere where you want to land. So generally these blocks are pretty good locations to put super jumps on, as you can get into to this altar point real fast. You can get up to ruins. You can use the right ones to get onto D. You can also make this jump from here. So just get up this way. Pretty much anything to like the temple area to the left is useful. So like over here. I usually, when people are chasing me, I kind of like try to drop down, especially when I'm playing Voden. I like drop down or like place a clone over here, drop down, wait for them to chase me, then super jump back up. Things like that. It's incredibly really handy to get away from people. Let's see. I think that was it about. But yeah, you can use this one to like get over here. You can also use this one to like get into the center points for the enemy real fast. So you kind of want to try and get the max amount of jumping distance from it. It's gonna be the most effective most of the time. But yeah, I think that's it for Sanctum Falls. So let's get into Ghost Wave now, finally. Alright, we're in Ghost Wave. So Ghost Wave has a couple of jumps, mostly they are to get to window on C and to just get away from guardian positions. So the first one is pretty obvious one, is get on this point. This you probably want to use it mostly from the other side to get to this rock to get on the guardian safely. Another one is like over here, up on this cliff. It's fairly useful to getting to the guardian or like catching people off that are running away from your guardian on the second wound location. Let's see. Then most others, like when you're trying to get away from wounding the enemy, just put like a super jump over there. Jump away towards the middle point. It's a very useful one. To save your teammates. Then most other super jump locations, like I said, there aren't too many, are basically used for getting up to window, which is that thing right there. So this is very getting up there kind of means you're safe most of the time, because you can just jump up here, run here, and jump towards like the safety of your creature very quickly. So people usually won't have time to catch you there. So yeah, you can do as I did. You can do that over here. You can place one over here and get up there. Pretty straightforward. And then there's the final one I want to show you guys, which is very fun. It's not the final one yet, but it's a very fun one. Which is over here. And you can basically get to the other side of the canyon. Just by placing there. So you can dropship a whole lot of people in there. And siege this point. Get that pesky HK off of the cactus or of the fucking thing. If you perched up here. So it's not all that stealthy, but it's like very fast. So instead of having to walk all the way around, you can just jump your entire team in there and get like a nice rotation off. Then the last one, I think, is probably when people have a Cyclops up on this point, and that's walled off, so you can just jump up here. It's kind of what you have to consider when putting a Cyclops up on this point, like how much mobility does the enemy team have. Like if they don't have a lot of mobility, you kind of want to place the Cyclops there. If they do have a lot of mobility, you can kind of still consider placing a Cyclops on this point, because they would have to use their escape to get over, and then you can pretty much catch them out very easily from the wound attempt. So yeah, I think those were most of the super jump locations. I hope to have informed you with this video about the usefulness of super jumps and how not essential, but how important they can be of getting your how useful they can be of getting your team around faster. So yeah, leave a like if you liked the video, leave a dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to my channel, like follow my Twitter and stuff. It's all in the description, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye bye.